Alright everyone, this is a super random all signs reading. It's for everyone. Doesn't matter. Raccoon, chipmunk, person, doesn't matter what you are, beaver, whatever. Your sign doesn't matter here. This is just straight up energy reading, especially in this case because I'm pulling on the new energy. And we all here on the 17th of March all have, as I wrote in my blog article, in with the old, out with the new, this brand new fishbowl, this brand new energy cycle, a major cycle that's starting, which stretches from about right now as we sort of bleed into it out of the old one. And if you want to know about it, read the blog article. I can't spend 3 hours on this video talking about it, but it's a new energy cycle. A lot of people noticing things might seem a little different today. Things happen a little differently, things whatever. That's going to be the case as the two cycles, as one cycle sort of blends away or fades away and another one comes in, the one that we're going in now. The one we're going in now is rooted in kind of a sunny day. It's an action cycle. The other one was more of a spiritual journey cycle. It was a cloudy day with a chance of showers. All right. Now we're in an action cycle. And we see things start to move, opportunities will come your way. The lessons you learned in the previous cycle, which stretched from about the middle of June 2020 until about right now, the lessons you learned during that time frame will apply. You'll need to apply them to take full advantage of the opportunities coming your way. Could be people coming back to you, your soulmate. Could be job opportunities. Could be all kinds of things. All kinds of opportunities. It's a sunny cycle. And it stretches from about right now, March 17th or so. Right? Until straight up till about the end of November 2024. And it's an energetic cycle. It's got nothing to do with astrology. The astrology operates within it. In other words, in the last cycle, it was a cloudy day with a chance of showers. So even some of the best astrological alignments, Venus trine Jupiter, things like that, it dulls their effect because it's operating under an environment of a cloudy day. And good astrologers, people like Kaner and stuff like that, understand these cycles and they adjust their horoscopes, for example, accordingly. Under this cycle, it's a sunny day. So it's amplifying a lot of the astrological alignments. And I said in my blog article, I said this year's eclipse season is going to be one for the record books. There's no doubt. With this core energy that it's operating under, it's going to be a big deal. Right now, I'm pulling on the energy of right now, the transition as we move into it, how it's affecting things. Could be how it's affecting you, could be how it's affecting your person. I'm pulling it from a broad spectrum energy. In other words, you'll be able to apply it to yourself as well. But for a lot of you, you're waiting on a soulmate. And I'll be sure and note how it's affecting them as well here, okay? So, that being said, it's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, especially for this reading, you're here for a reason because this is a very long cycle. But it's a very good one. Although the transition from one cycle to another can sometimes cause depression, you could feel a loss, maybe a little melancholy, feeling like something's ending, that kind of thing. You can, and I'm telling you why you feel that way. You know, sometimes people don't know. You might also see some glitches with your electronics equipment and things, almost like a Mercury retrograde. You got to reset your wireless on your, your Wi-Fi and all that kind of stuff. It's possible. It is possible. Here's my pre-shuffle. How's this affecting your person on the other side? And again, these same energies apply to you. But a lot of you are here at Steve's Love Tarot. You're part of the soulmate cycle. So let's talk about it. All right. So roles can be reversed here. Actually, roles are duplicated here. Pretty much. All right. I've got a King of Swords here in my pre-shuffle to open this up. King of Swords takes action. The King of Swords knows the truth, is the truth, speaks the truth. I'm using my Rembrandt deck for this. This is a deck I use mostly offline to pull my offline readings and things like that. It's a very powerful deck. It's a Renaissance. I call it the Rembrandt deck, but it's basically it's the Renaissance deck. Okay, I call it that. I call it the Rembrandt because I'm me. But anyway, it's very good at conveying energies, and emotion contained within them. So it's a perfect deck to use as the baseline for this reading. The King of Swords takes action. He knows the truth, is the truth, speaks the truth. All right, your person during this cycle, during this transition, when we got 2 feet firmly planted in it, but even right now with just 1 foot planted in it and 1 foot still in the old cycle, it's crossed by judgment. It's judgment time. It is. It's time for some decisions to be made, and with the Judgment crossing the King of Swords, they're being made. I told you, this is a cycle. It blends with the North Node in Taurus energy quite a lot. This is a cycle that does not allow for in and out behavior. You're either in or you're out. That applies to you. It applies to everybody. Your soulmate, everybody. Okay? That's why you got to take the lessons you learned from the last cycle and apply them here in this one. Otherwise, you'll miss opportunities, because there's a lot of opportunities going to come your way. This cycle's rooted in the sun, as we learned on a recent reading I did. Anyway, Judgment crossing the King of Swords is just that. It's go time, you know. And right here, underneath that Judgment card is the World. The very card that represents a cycle ending and a new cycle beginning showed up in my pre-shuffle here, affecting the energy of these two cards, Judgment crossing the King of Swords. It really is. As it pertains to your runner soulmate, they're making some decisions to cut things out. We're seeing it in the readings. We're seeing the energy coming towards you like a freight train. It really is. I said it about the Queen of Swords once. I'll say it about this King of Swords. He's up off the throne, and he got the sword out and swinging. There's no doubt about it. Judgment here. You don't get to the World till you pass Judgment. And it looks like everybody's passing Judgment. We're all going into this cycle whether we want to or not. It's absolutely happening. Underneath that is the devil. It's the devil energy. It's all that shit. All the lessons we've learned, all the shit from the past. In relation to your runner DMs, which is primarily what I'm pulling on here, but again, the energy applies to you, so it applies to everybody, the whole collective. This is all that shit, all that stuff from the past that they carpet swept and all of that stuff. It needs to be dealt with. And underneath that, well, these cards always like to stick together on me. Underneath that is the goddamn Tower. Okay? And it is. If you don't deal with that devil energy, you land yourself in a tower. And it's everything in this pre-shuffle is what I've been telling you about this new cycle. You've got to take the lessons you learned from the past and apply them. You got opportunities coming your way. This applies to your runner soulmate too. The more they're in and out they are, and the more shit that they keep trying to carpet sweep, the more towers they're going to land in. That's good news for you, because the more towers they land in, the closer they are to, you know, coming to their senses and coming towards you and telling you how they feel, because that's a lot of what they're carpet sweeping. All right, let's pull ourselves a reading. Let's see where we go. Give me these energies, universe. How is this cycle, this new bubble of energy affecting the soulmate cycle and everyone in it? That's what I'm asking. That's the intention I put out. I already put it out there. I just say the words for drama here on video. That's all. No, it's very strange. I've used this one other time online. It was for, I don't remember, I think it was for a Cancer reading or something. But this is usually my offline deck. It's very strange. It's a little camera shy, a little bit. Okay. This first card out is Before the Cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? Three of Wands. Somebody's coming towards you. Somebody's setting their sights on new horizons. Somebody is feeling a ship that's getting away. Either way, in this deck, the way it conveys it, they're actually happy about it. And I see that with that King of Swords. The King of Swords knows the truth, is the truth, speaks the truth. It takes action, right? This is someone who is actually going forward with it, heading toward a new Four of Wands, a happy new beginning, a new road to the Ten of Pentacles kind of a thing. This applies to you too. You might move away from this person. You know, you might find, with all the opportunities coming your way, that, you know, I learned my thing from the soulmate cycle, and, you know, that's cool. If they come in, fine, I'll talk to them, but whatever. It's that whole leave the door open thing and create a void that I've been telling you. Leave the door open for them. They're going to go through the same energy you are. They're going to have opportunities too. But if they haven't learned from the past, they're going to keep passing on those too. And it's going to land them in a tower every time. After the cut, by the way, 4 cups. Yeah, 4 cups. Things that, this is read with the 3 of Wands. So things that they once rejected, right? They're going for. They're actually going to go for it, or rethink, or some rethinking involved with it. We're seeing that in the readings. Again, especially with the Virgo full moon that's happening right now, which I pulled on, I did an all signs reading on. It's a moon and an energy that it lives in now here in the new bubble, the new fish bowl, major cycle of energy, that doesn't allow runners to run. It stops them in their tracks. And I see that here. There's also a lot of regret and disappointment here. I tell you what. And they're going to, as long as they don't deal with that devil energy, they're going to keep landing in towers. Let's see where we go. This is going to be a very interesting reading. It's super random. I mean, I just figured since the energy's changing, I noticed it on my run this morning. Everything was different. It was like I run in the same route for years, you know. And everything looked and felt different this morning. It was very strange. Even the sky looked weird, you know. It was very strange. Let's see where we go. Let's shuffle the deck here. Give me the effect on everyone in this soulmate cycle, especially the runners of these new energies universe. Overall energy. Well, it's still called the Pope in this deck, but the overall energy is the Hierophant. If somebody's thinking long term here, okay? Somebody who used to take the short view, that Four of Cups, the short view, nah, I don't want that. You sure? Nah, I don't want that. Is now taking the long view, okay? That's the energy that's there. What's fueling this? I'm just curious. Three Cups. Yeah, celebration coming together, all right? Somebody's taking the long view. And for a lot of you, you've been a third wheel in a situation. Right? A three-party situation. Your person's with someone else and you're kind of the third energy. This person's choosing the third energy. All right? That's the energy I get off these. These cards are very good at conveying the emotion. And the emotion is someone, if that's your situation, someone chose wrong. They fucked up big time. Oh, wow. Okay, let's shuffle the deck. Actually, no. Well, I don't know if I should shuffle or not. Maybe I should. I don't normally shuffle at this point, but I did do something different. I took the Pope out and put it on the table, and then my instincts told me to shuffle the deck. So I'm going to. Our reading will be when I shuffle. It will also give us another overall energy card, which I suppose that's kind of what the universe's plan was. Yeah, the Five of Cups. Somebody's coming towards you. Somebody has a lot of regret for that Four of Cups that they were. Do you remember the Four of Cups after the cut? There was a lot of regret around that. Somebody's very sad about a loss here. Somebody's knocking 3 cups down and coming toward 2 cups. I see that. Somebody's taking the long view here for a change. All right, our reading is on the flip. Right here's the energy around your connection during this current transition of energies. Okay? Right here is how your person feels. Right here is how they feel in the soul. Or just the general temperature of their soul in general, toward you, toward whatever. Right here is the hidden energy, what the universe wants us to know. It's red with the energy of your connection. And right here is the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. I will clarify everything, throw some universe cards over the top, and you bet your sweet asses there's going to be an extended here. Because I have never felt an energy of this person taking the long view on things. It's funny, when I look at the imagery of this card, the sun is kind of coming in through the window here. It's lighting up the pipes here on the organ. You know, I think somebody is finally looking at the sun. And this connection cycle, this new major cycle, it's a sunny day. All right? It's a sunny day. It's very bikini weather. You know, highs in the mid to upper 70s. Very nice. All right, let's go. What's the energy around the connection right now? Let's do this. The Knight of Cups. Missionary of Cups. I like that. Call it that there. The Knight of Cups. Wow. Coming towards you. Coming to their senses. It's about inclusiveness. It's about inclusion as opposed to exclusion. And we see that with that Five of Cups as our second overall energy. Okay? We see that. That's unreal. Okay. That's nice. We're going to clarify. How do they feel in their emotions? Page of Wands. Pioneer of Wands in this deck is the Page of Wands. It's communication. It's someone who's looking at the world through different eyes. And that applies to all of us. We're all going to see the world through different eyes now. It's sunny out. When it's sunny out versus when it's cloudy, it changes your whole mood. It changes the whole energy. Weather is energy. All right? You know, and I like to describe energy as weather, especially these big energy bubbles, these new fish bowls that we're in. The water's clean here. Somebody's seeing the world through fresh eyes. It's a curious page. It's nice. It's also somebody starting over. And again, somebody who's taking the long view. Where it pertains to you, the person who ran from you really regrets that. But they have for a long time. But now I think they're going to do something about it. We saw that King of Swords, right? The King of Swords takes action. Let me tell you. And especially when I open a reading with it. How do they feel in the soul? What's going on here? The King of Wands. Yeah. That's not a bad... Normally I'd call that the Burger King, right? I say, you know, someone is ego and pride and they got to have it their way. But it's read with the Knight of Cups, all right? When this falls in the soul, when the ego, the King of Wands, falls in the soul, it tells me that things are starting to balance within this person. And that makes sense. And within yourself, too. You're going to find good balance between your ego and your soul energy. A lot of you, especially on the DF side, Divine Feminine side, your intuition is going to go through the roof. Okay? If you are at all the least bit intuitive or psychic or anything like that, you're going to go from superpowers to super duper powers. Okay? It really is. It's going to be like that in this new energy. This here is somebody balancing things out a little bit when the King of Wands falls there, especially from this deck. What's the message from the universe? It's read with this Knight of Cups here. I like that. But again, this represents the energy coming towards you like a freight train. It really does. The Queen of Wands. How about that? The Queen of Wands is a very interesting energy. The Queen of Wands here with the message from the universe read with the Knight of Cups is somebody getting real. Okay? Somebody who, I read this very strongly as somebody who was pretending that they, you know, Fakey McFakerman, the Queen of Wands. Somebody who was pretending that nothing mattered, that this didn't matter, is getting real. I see it here with somebody taking the long view now. All right? Feeling that regret. The Five of Cups is one of the cards that ends the separation phase of these things. Of all the times that you ever had a chance to come together with this person, it is under the current energies. And as the energies develop and take hold, as we saw in my Q2 reading, second quarter of 2022, April, May, June, March's energy of temperance blends into April. So our transition into this new cycle transitions into April as well. You know, it takes that long for the other one to just sort of dissipate away and us to sort of move through. By the time we get to May, everything changes. May was just amazing energy. It started with a tower. I mean, it was a damn good tower too. I believe it was crossed by a Six of Wands or something along that, victory and all that. So that's a good reading. You should check it out. I'm going to be referring to it a lot in these readings. It's very important, my quarterly readings. Right here, potential final outcome. It's read with this Page of Wands. I believe that. I believe it. Yep, it's the Star. I believe that. Oh, I felt that energy. This is unreal. When this falls here, it's actually communication. A long-held manifestation, long-held wishes, long-held things that have been delayed are no longer delayed. Okay? Absolutely no longer delayed. If you're waiting for communication, it's read with a card of communication. In your face, right there, communication. It really is. This is beautiful energy. This is very nice. I'm going to clarify, and I am going to clarify with a different deck. I'm actually going to use the Little Animal deck, which is, I'm kind of doing this the way I would do an offline reading. So you're kind of getting to witness one of my offline readings in a way. These two decks work well together. So I'm going to do that. Let's do this. Why is this Knight of Cups here? Let's clarify. What's this person going to do here in this new cycle? And again, I'm short listing this. I'm not pulling on the whole cycle. I'm not talking about between now and the end of November 2024. I'm pulling on the transition. What's happening right now with the energy. So this shit is happening right now. It's here. Your manifestation, I believe also your person is manifesting this, whether they realize it or not, probably with all the thinking about it that they're doing more than anything else. Why is the Knight of Cups here? Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Why is it here? Justice. Yeah. A long time. Again, the Star energy being the potential final outcome, it's read with this, but you know, again, it ties to the energy of your connection, which is the whole thing here. This is a long-held thing. This is something that's been going on a while that's balancing out. Somebody's coming in to balance things out. Somebody who once at one time just denied, didn't like, not interested, was too much in their ego, all that kind of stuff. You're getting over that. It's a little hard. You can think of it in weather terms. Maybe they were in a bad mood, we'll say. Just for an analogy. I'm not saying they literally were. They were in a bad mood. It's hard to be in a bad mood on a beautiful day, you know, because the energy, the core energy of the new bubble that we're moving into is a beautiful day. So everything around it, even a bad astrological alignment that's pulling on the energy, isn't going to be that bad. Nothing's really that bad. So it's someone who might even be someone, and I saw this a little bit, you know, in some of the recent readings, it might even be someone who just says, you know, I'll just take a chance here. You know, that kind of thing. Somebody who maybe wouldn't before, you know, would have chickened out, for example. What's on top? 2 swords. Wow. Okay. What's been blocked? Well, you have to look at the cards around it. It's crossed by justice, and it's sitting on top of a Knight of Cups. Probably unsure how to approach you, but this means what was blocked is no longer blocked. Energy is balancing out. The overall energy here, the affecting energy is justice. All right? It's whatever was blocking this, and I often read this card this way. Whatever was coming between the white cat and the black cat is no longer there. I believe that's true. I believe that's in the energy there. Why is the 2 of Swords here? Yeah, long time coming. The Ace of Pentacles, that's Grandma pulled into the parking lot this time. This card is Grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour. Slow as hell to get to its destination, but it does. It also tells me that this connection's been blocked for a long time. It no longer is. Could be because somebody getting a divorce with the Justice card there. I don't know. Could be for some of you. But this connection's been blocked by something, I think, because it's read with the Queen of Wands, Fakey McFakerman here. I think it's been blocked by this person's own propensity to get in their own fucking way. With lying to themselves about how they feel, or not really looking at their feelings and things like that. It's something you've, again, I hearken you back to the star. Something you've long waited for, and this has been coming up in a lot of readings, is showing up. It's really, and I think it'll surprise the fuck out of a lot of you. It'll surprise the hell out of me too, to be honest with you. The energy is coming in like a freight train. Somebody is waking the fuck up here, but not just awakening to the connection, not just awakening to the connection, awaken to how they feel. And a lot of that has to do with the current astrology, which is being helped by the new energy bubble we're moving into. All right, it was hindered by the old one a bit. But when I pulled on Mercury and Pisces, and I did that all signs reading for that, I really felt, and that takes us all the way through to the end of the month. I really felt that, you know, somebody here was really understanding their emotions, and I'm seeing it here. This Renaissance deck, Rembrandt, as I like to call it, is good enough. It is very good at conveying emotion. It's tricky to read, but it's good enough to. It's very good at conveying it. Why is the Page of Wands here? Tell me about the Page of Wands. Yeah, the 9 of Wands. It's that persistent energy a little bit, right? It's someone who is giving, I don't want to say giving up, because that would be the 9 of Wands reversed. It's not really feeling like they're giving up as much as they're just realizing, again, it's sort of a realizing that this energy isn't going to go away. These feelings aren't going to go away. It's a persistent energy, which is why there's forward movement here. Now, what's on top of the Page of Wands? Yeah, the Queen of Wands. Or Queen of Pentacles, I'm sorry. The Queen of Pentacles. It's a very nurturing energy. It's a very warm energy. This person is, it's landed right on top of the flames here too. It's an energy that, again, with the 9 of Wands, that this is not going anywhere. I can't get rid of this. I can't get rid of these feelings. And it's someone, the Queen of Pentacles is very in touch with their feelings, all right? Very in touch. In fact, not only does the Queen of Pentacles, male or female, have everything they need, you know, the Queen of Pentacles, after all, it's also the Queen of Manifestation. It's Queen of Manifesting. So, again, there's a lot of, I said somebody's manifesting this, and I got the Queen of Manifesting here. You know, this is something, somebody's really understanding their feelings. It should bring them right to you. I can't say everybody's person will, but certainly somebody learned something in the last cycle. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here? Yeah, there it is. Temperance. Card we can't get rid of. It's Temperance. It's the energy of March and the energy of April, as we learned in my Q2 reading. And they bleed together, and it's the universe saying it's all about this cycle, somebody figuring it out. When Temperance falls here, it's about balanced energy. It's truth. It's Archangel Michael on it. But it, again, another card of balanced energy. Something is balancing within this person. I had a card Justice of balancing energy here. I had a card of balancing energy here with Temperance, and I've got this, which reads as someone balancing their ego and their soul. So again, something is changing within your person, but it's also changing within you, and I want you to keep that in mind. You're balancing as well. So for some of you, for this person may show up, and it might be a whole lot of too little too late. It could be, okay? For some of you, it's up to you what you want to do, but you're in the new bubble too, all right? So you get to live in the sunny day for a while, and some opportunities will come your way. Why is the King of Wands here? Why is the King of Wands here? Seven of Pentacles. It's all divine timing. I believe, the universe's timing is perfect. It really is. It always brings you the right people in the right situations at just the right time. That ties to what a lot of people say, God doesn't give you anything, God or the universe doesn't give you anything that you can't handle, right? This is all, again, this new cycle, all of this here is divine time, and the universe knew this new cycle was going to be here. And it knew that your person might ignore the spiritual lessons in the old one. But in the new one, it looks like it's having an effect. It looks like it's balancing. They feel a little better walking out into that sunny day. They can see clearer, right? They can see clearly now the rain is gone, right? They can see all the obstacles in their way. It's kind of that song right there. What's on top? There it is. It's a tower. It is. It's everything I just said. It really is. It's everything I just said. It causes them... It's a balancing of the ego and the soul. The tower is the realization. The realization as they take stock, as they look back, the timing of it all is perfect. The tower falls very quickly, all right? I think this person shows up very quickly when they show up. I think they show up for most of you very early in this new energy bubble, all right, if they're going to show up. But also, again, this applies to you. You're going to have some tower moments of the soul where things just sort of balance out and everything feels weird for a day or two. You're like, why does everything feel weird? But yet if you stop worrying about that, stop thinking about it, and just look around, you'll realize that you can see things much clearer than you could before. And more to the fact, you could feel things much clearer, much more clearly than you could before. Why is the tower here? Yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Those who didn't do the work are going to be in trouble. This is going to be a bad tower. If you've done the work, if you've been on a spiritual journey, if you've found your self-worth, it's gonna be a little lighter of a tower for you. It'll just be like what I just described. This Eight of Pentacles is the card of the apprentice. It's someone working hard to get to the Nine of Pentacles, which is where, in soul speak, it's where they find themselves, okay? It tells me that this comes together very quickly, all right? There is a good chance if you keep doing the work in this cycle to really find yourself. Where your person's concerned, I believe they are. I believe this is nice energy. This is all supposed to be happening. I see destiny here. I see destiny here. I even see destiny here with the card of the angel. All right. Let's see where we go. Why is the Queen of Wands here? I'm very curious to pull on this star card. Why is the Queen of Wands here? Tell me about it. Tell me about this Queen of Wands. What you trying to tell us, universe? Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's what I told you already. It's a 180-degree turn from how someone was. Whoever they were, again, we had Justice here crossing. I said that this person's getting real, right? It's someone who is actually being inclusive rather than just excluding everything and shutting down. And the reason they did that before was Fakey McFakerman here, the Queen of Wands. There's a pretense that they put out. There's an image that they put out. This right here is a 180-degree turn on that. It's somebody putting that down. Putting that down and getting real. What's on top? Put that down and getting real. This also is, this Death card is read with the Two of Swords. Whatever, it's what I told you with the Justice card here. Whatever was blocking the white cat and the black cat from being together is gone. It's over. And we have almost a rebirth of the soul here in a lot of ways. And again, all of this applies to you as well. And especially where I'm talking about soul energy and things like that. Why is death here? Ace of Cups. Again, somebody who did not give. Something you've been waiting. This cup's been sealed with cellophane in the back of the fridge like a casserole nobody wants for a long fucking time. I'm talking about your person now, within your person. And I said with this ace of, it's red with the Ace of Pentacles here. I said grandma on the freeway at 15 miles an hour is holding up traffic. It's been a long time. This is a long-held manifestation, a long-held wish that's here in divine timing because somebody is getting real. Energy is balancing in their ego and in their soul. Energy is balancing. All right. And for your person, it may cause a rough tower. It may cause them to have some kind of breakdown. It could. It absolutely could. It depends how much work they put in. It depends. It's not enough to stop them. If anything, they might show up all teary-eyed and shit. Who knows? I don't know. It's possible. But either way, everything's changing here. We've been seeing the Queen of Wands, Fakey McFakerman, since I got here. It keeps coming up, right? And the Burger King, too. But it never really, not always in these positions. And certainly not with these cards. This here is changing. This behavior is changing big time, especially with the Wheel of Fortune right there crossing the whole thing. When the Wheel of Fortune crosses the Queen of Wands, she gets real. It's the same same energy as the Queen of Wands reversed, which is someone getting real. You know. Why is the Star here? Tell me about the Star. I show this as communication. I feel this, the Star in this particular deck, depending on the position it comes out in, it can either mean there's a delay, the pause button's been hit, like it usually does, or it's here. You know, what I'm drawn to is this fella here dumping out this salt or star dust or whatever it is. It's here. There's a pile of your person, a manifestation you've been waiting for, something, whatever it is coming at you. And it could be a lot of somethings. There's a lot of somethings here. Okay, it's not just this person. Since you're here watching the reading, I'll tell you opportunities, as I wrote in my blog article, in with the old and out with the new. There's a lot of opportunities that are going to come your way on all fronts. This is really a broad spectrum reading, but I know a lot of you are waiting on a soulmate, so I'm telling you how it applies to them. But it applies to you, everything I'm saying too. You might be on the same page as this person, or you might be moving in a different direction. I don't know. We'll find out. Only you know, really. We'll see what you do. Why is the Star here? Tell me about the Star. What's the final on this? Yeah, here it is. The Five of Wands crossing that. That's a very interesting card to cross a star, isn't it? Very powerful card. Well, if the Star falls on the table, it implies that a tower has happened. Now, we got to look somewhere, because the tower comes before the Star. So we got to look on the table here and see where there's a tower. If there wasn't one, we could, infer that it might come out, or that we'll see it at some point. It'll point back to something else. The tower is here. It's in the soul thing here. There's been a conflict here. The reason this star, this manifestation, this wish, whatever, has been delayed is because of a conflict of some kind. And that conflict, it's something that would have been easily resolved. It's something that either your person needed to just make a decision, or you needed to make a decision, or something was said, something whatever. Either way, the Star brings sort of an automatic thing to the conflict resolve. In other words, in divine timing, the Seven of Pentacles crossing here, a conflict is getting resolved, which is probably tied to the block that's been in place, and a manifestation arrives. Now, that block in place could have been a marriage that somebody was married to, you or them, or both. It could have been a family. It could have been just something within them. It could have just been maybe you blocked them. I don't know. It could go either way. But either way, it's coming in. The Fool on top of the Star and the Lovers on top of the Star. Done. Whatever it is, the conflict is going bye-bye. The Five of Wands is the weakest energy in the whole damn deck as far as I read energy, and it's sitting on top of the Star, right? This guy basically, he's got 5 wands down here underneath this, and he's just dumping stardust on top of it. Doesn't even matter. Whatever the conflict was, it's going to seem silly, okay? It's going to seem, well, I don't mean it's silly. It might be very serious. But the conflict, whatever it was blocking this connection. the person, let's take it from the perspective of your person. Your person is going to feel silly for ever letting that happen. Okay? And that's part of what's going to drive them in. The Fool, these are three major arcana cards here in your final outcome. This is destiny. There's a lot of destiny here. The universe knew this new cycle was coming in. All right? This is a lot of destiny here. And right here with the Lovers card, the energy is set for you two to come together. It's all set. Whatever this conflict is, it's not enough power to even get in the way. All right? And I think that's part of why the Tower is here as well. Okay? And that Tower ties to this star directly. All right? So, again, it could just be, I mean, if I'm to play devil's advocate of my own reading here, it could just be the Tower comes out, and it's why the Tower is here is the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody suddenly who didn't want to before, it's kind of saying what the Queen of Wands says from the universe, somebody who suddenly didn't want to before now wants to work on things, and it looks like they come do it. But this energy applies to you too. This also says that you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming away. There's other things you might have wanted. You're being encouraged to take a leap of faith towards them because you're sitting in this energy here of the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is cool. Queen of Pentacles doesn't need anything, doesn't want anything. She got everything she needs, male or female. All right? You almost can't fail in this energy. Use your brain to apply some logic, make sure you're not doing something stupid, and take your leaps of faith. Whether it's toward this soulmate person, or whether it's toward, you know, just whatever opportunity comes your way, job, another person, whatever it is. If you go down the wrong road, if you find out you made a bad turn, just turn your car around, get back to the main road. That's all. Don't keep going down the road. It's that kind of energy. You can almost do no wrong. Your energy, just talking about you, is surrounded by Queen of Pentacles, one of the finest energies of the Empress. You can manifest anything. You'll be a very powerful manifester in this cycle, no doubt about it. And the angel is behind you. It's angel energy all abound here, okay, where you're concerned. Where your person's concerned, it's really just a reading that says somebody's coming to their senses. The sun's coming out, it's illuminating things, and they're realizing how they fucked up here. And they're coming in, they're thinking long term now. They're thinking, well, if they're married, the energy would make them think, well, do I want this for the rest of my life, or do I want to go toward the collective? My soulmate connection? Would I rather have that? Their answer is yes, probably, and they do. For some of them, the answer will be, no, I want this for the rest of my life. But then they're fooling themselves and they land themselves in a tower. Then that's a bad tower for them. Okay? That's an ego-based decision. Ego-based decisions are not going to be tolerated. Ego-based decisions with the King of Wands here in the soul, anything ego-based, image-based, ego, status, all of that, is going to land people in towers. All right? You live life from the soul. You use the brain to apply some logic. The brain just analyzes things. It only knows logic. That's it. And that's what you use it for. You make sure you're not doing anything stupid, but you take your leaps of faith. It's a beautiful energy here. I'm going to pull 3 cards from the universe, and then I'm going to go pull, if you want it, I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo specifically on your person. And I'm going to see what's going to happen here. How these new energies that they're waking up into are affecting the odds of them coming towards you. All right? We're going to see what's going on their side. We'll do some fly on the wall. We'll find out how they're doing. We'll find out what it all means to you and what you should do. We'll see what happens here. But for right now, so I'll go pull some wicked voodoo. What I'm happy to see is the reading played out perfectly. The only devil I've got is a warning in the pre-shuffle. So it's very nice. Nice to see this Queen of Wands turning around too, because that's been a part of the jam up. These are red with these. Something's been blocking this. There's so many of you watching, it's going to be a whole bunch of different things that could have been blocking it. But one of the main things the universe is saying, what's been blocking it is this person's an asshole. They keep saying they're not interested, but they are interested. Driving the universe batshit crazy. Thank God all that's changing. And I see it, right? You can see it in the cards. Wheel of Fortune, Major Arcana. Death, Major Arcana. And Ace of Cups, right here. Not Major Arcana, but a very powerful big cup of love. That's held by the King of Cups and Queen of Cups, I might add. Give me 3 cards and a crosser, universe. What else you want to tell everyone before we go? Tell me what what's in store for my viewers here? I'll pull this on you since I'm doing the extended on your person coming towards you. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you specifically. All right, let's see. Oh shit, yeah, I see that. Oh my God. Two of Wands, Magician, fucking hell, the Hierophant, and the Moon. There's going to be so many opportunities coming your way, you're not even going to see half of them coming. There's a lot going on. The reason you might feel uneasy in this energy, okay, I'll just phrase it that way, rather than talking about depression or melancholy or any of that. The reason you might feel uneasy is because this new energy is very different from what it's like. You're used to people running from you, you're used to failing, you're used to feeling bad, and then all of a sudden there's no reason to. You almost feel in the very pits of your soul that there's almost no reason to feel bad, to feel bummed out. That will happen. It will change to that energy. And when that does, understand this. Most of what's going on with this energy is beneath the surface. It's a sunny day on the surface of the energy. You're standing in that sunny day. I'll give you an analogy. I'll give you an analogy of a tidal wave. If you're in a boat in the middle of the ocean, and a tidal wave is going in the same direction you are. You're headed for, I don't know, shore, we'll say. And a tidal wave passes you underneath, moving about 500 miles an hour, about the speed of a jet airliner, right? You will never know on the surface that it went by you. You won't know. The surface will remain perfectly calm. Might be a slight ripple, not much. You'll have no idea it passed beneath your boat and whizzed by, a tidal wave to take out the shore that you're heading to. That being said, that's sort of what this is. It's a tidal. It is. Even the bird knows, and he a Pisces, you know. A lot going on beneath the surface here, okay? Take your chances, all right? Don't dilly-dally on things too long. You've got everything you need to do this. This is an energy of alchemy around this Magician card. It's lead into gold. The core baseline energy that we're operating under is about to go from what has been lead, to be honest with you, to a degree, into solid gold. Not that cheap shit either. You know, not that cheap shit you get at the mall kiosk. Real gold, good shit, right? High-end shit. Really nice. It's going to cause you some surprise. It might give you some pause, but it might also cause you to let go of some things. The Two of Wands. It might cause you to let go of some things that you were holding tight onto. It's okay. Let go of them, because that Two of Wands is read with the Hierophant. The Hierophant energy here has to do with the spiritual journey you've been on during the previous cycle. You've learned a lot. You have access. Most of you have found your inner Empress. Or your hermit or whatever. You have access to your inner wisdom. You've learned a lot. You can almost do no wrong, except overthinking things and getting in your head and not making decisions efficiently. You don't have to make them quickly, okay? Don't rush. Think about it. Make sure you're not doing anything stupid as opportunities come your way. But make the decisions efficiently, and for God's sake, make the decision. Because this is an energy that will not tolerate, be it your runner or you or anyone, in and out behavior. I don't know, wishy-washy, wishy-washy. You're either in or you're out. Please remember that. If you don't remember anything else about this reading, it says it right here. All right? A lot of you will be letting go of things. Might even let go of this DM, this runner DM. It's possible. You're pretty far up the road from them, as we learn in a lot of the Twin Flame Journey readings. But there's a lot going on that will be going on beneath the surface as the cycle changes. Look at that. The world right underneath the moon. The world crossing the moon. I'll read it like a sentence. As this cycle changes, as the old cycle ends and the new cycle begins, there's a lot you don't know about what's to come with the moon there. A lot going on beneath the surface. You're on a boat on the surface of the water. A tidal wave goes underneath you. You don't know it's there, but there's a lot of energy underneath you that's moving. All right? It's powerful shit. It's a great cycle that we're going. I've been very excited about it for a while. I haven't mentioned it until recently because I didn't want to confuse anybody. I want to mention it when it's here so you can experience it, and then you go, oh, okay, cool. And I didn't want people to forget about it. And then I got to keep mentioning it over and over again. I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to keep mentioning it over and over again. When we're in it, we're in it. You know, that's it. People who find me down the road later and don't know that we're in the new cycle, well, that's, you know, that's on them for not watching old videos, I guess. I don't know. Maybe we'll talk about it in Twitter, but there's an article about it in my blog, too. In with the old and out with the new. So check it out if you want to know a little bit about cycles and major energy cycles and things like that. Anyway, that's your reading. I'm going to go pull some wicked voodoo on your person, how it relates to you, what you can expect from that side, and maybe get you some advice on what you could do with all that. I don't know. Let's find out what's going on. Let's do a fly on the wall, because I think with a tower in the soul, I can only imagine. Anyway, there's a reason this manifestation is long awaited cup of Ace of Cups is about to be cracked open. There's no doubt about that. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. All right, I do. I hope everybody enjoys the new cycle. Don't freak out on the day today. There's going to be good days and bad days like any other time, but the general environment is quite sunny. It is what we're moving into. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, everybody who watches. All right, if you want the extended, the link is in the description. I want it. I'm a little curious here, especially about all this. Just balancing. Very interesting. All right, good luck.